Hey, what's up guys? It's JoePcool14 here. Welcome back to another episode of the Legacy Console Edition. We got ourselves a pretty interesting I guess, plan for today's episode for what we want to build. I think it should be fun, and I think it's something that we need to do. As you can see, and kind of going off of what happened in the previous episode, we've got this animal farm here, and these guys are looking a little cramped. So I think it would be really fun if we got ourselves actually some fancy schmancy stables for these guys to actually spread out. And I forgot they're all crowding around because I'm holding wheat. As you can see coming off the last episode, a lot of work does remain to be done with this area. But, you know, it'll get done in due time. We do need to work and get just simply more bones and things like that. I just don't have a lot to be using. So there's only so much I can do with that. Look at, I've got 8 bones in total. Yeesh. Now I did have one other fun proposition. I've had a couple of these sea turtles coming around here since of course we are right next to the ocean or a lake or whatever you want to call it. And I honestly thought it wouldn't be a bad idea to actually try to farm them so we can get ourselves some nice scutes and make ourselves some turtle helmets, which would actually help us a lot with some underwater exploration. So I figured we could quickly just do this. It's pretty easy. I don't know if they can get through the 1 block hole here in the fence, but this will just do as a very quick and dirty setup here. This is nothing fancy. And I'm gonna have to go and grab the other one, which I wonder, can I use a lead on him? So we'll tie up you. Tie up you. Oh, okay, I guess the answer is you can't even leash them. Okay. We're gonna have to go over here then. Actually, we're gonna have to use this. And we'll shear them. We'll just pick up a few. Hopefully now you'll want to follow me. Very, very slowly you'll want to follow me. Yeah, sea turtles are one of those things that, you know, they were kind of just one of those gimmicky type mobs that they added. Of course, they were added during the update Aquatic. And at least they gave him some kind of use. I mean, the turtle heads or turtle helmets or whatever they're called. I mean, they're not the most useful block. It's not like, you know, I couldn't live without it in the game, obviously. But, you know, I think I have to respect them for at least trying to come up with something for these guys. And I'll give them credit. They look pretty nice as well. They're more useful than pandas and polar bears and... This guy can't... Can you not get through here? Hang on a minute. Hopefully this area is actually big enough. I don't really remember anything about breeding these guys. I know they lay eggs. I'm aware of that. But I don't know if this is enough space. So let's do that. I gotta quickly get fences placed. Boom, boom. Alright. Now we wait. Alright, now that we got those sea turtles going and we'll wait for the eggs, we're going to go ahead and get started on the actual build of the episode. Here's our lovely town square, and yes, this, by the way, I am going to fix this once I get these guys out of the way. I'm going to straighten this out a lot more. It just doesn't look right now, but that will be fixed. Anyways, we're going to be going right over here and using this area for the animal farms. I think kind of right on top of this ridge actually would make sense. And I'm going with this space because I think it's probably just the easiest to work with right now. Over here is near the water and I don't really want to build just animal farms in front of it. And over here I'd have to fill in or go kind of down here. The terrain is weird and I'm not really prepared to be doing that. So I think we're going to stick to over here for the moment, which I think will give us enough space. I'm planning on just doing space for... I guess, let's see, cows is the most important thing. Chickens as well would be useful. Sheep, I'm actually not going to tackle because those guys, they're a totally separate thing entirely with farming wool. I obviously want to get us the different kinds of wool quickly, but that's not going to happen today because that will require a lot more space and planning. And these farms aren't going to be super crazy either. I'm not going to be doing any automatic farms just yet. I'd like to do automatic farms, especially with sheep. I think it's possible. I think we have enough. I think observers are in this version. I really hope so. Because then I've actually done this before. I did set up an observer working automatic sheep farm. And I think it'd be really cool in the end to have that and to just have wool just cranking out over and over. That would be just a really awesome thing to have for building. Right now, I'm just going ahead and clearing out a few of these trees that are right in the way, and after that, I'll go ahead and start to level off the playing field, or the building field rather, and hopefully then this will also give me some wood to start with, and we can get started on the actual build. So, yep, as always, a lot of organization and planning will need to go into this. Skeleton, exactly what I'm looking for. How are you doing? Oh, that's not what I want. That definitely blew up. Oh well. Oh no, not again! Oh no! Okay, I think we're done trying to build at night. Okay, yeah, that didn't work out very well trying to do this at night. But at least now we can get a good view of what we've actually done. Let's see how bad the damage is over here. Ah, nice. There, good as new, like it never even happened. Anyway, so that's patched up. We also cleared out some of the dirt over here, and now we've got ourselves a decent little plot of land to build with. So the question is, as always, what do we do with it? Well, first of all, I think it'd be smart to kind of plot out where the path is going to go. So I think we'll kind of use a similar, but I'm going to do slightly different this time. I'm going to actually place the blocks instead of breaking them. And I probably I could probably use, I guess we'll use dirt. I think it'll be all right. I think I should be able to tell where we're going. So yeah, we'll just kind of start. The path is going to kind of come up here, and then we'll start to meander this direction. And I just remembered I'd want to make sure, actually, you know what, it probably is unwise for me to be using dirt, because I know the grass is going to spread and then I'm going to have no idea what's going on. So I'm going to use this oak wood, and that will stand out much better. So kind of come up here, and then it will start to jog over a little bit. And yeah, I think that'll be a good start for us with the path. So we will be continuing the same mix of blocks that we did over here. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to spend some time mining for these materials. I am pretty much out of cobblestone. I'm probably quite low on coarse dirt. And I have a little bit of granite. So that may have to wait until later, either in the episode or beyond the episode. I want to stay focused on the actual stables themselves. So I do kind of want these stables to be like stables. I don't want it to just be a fenced-in thing. I actually do kind of want to give these guys a roof over their head. Is it necessary? No, of course it's not, but I'm going to do it anyway because I think it would look cooler, and I'm sure they would appreciate it anyway. And I think for now, well, we got pigs roaming around. I think it'd be worth keeping those guys. So maybe we just kind of do 3 at the moment. We could do 2 on this side, and maybe we can squeeze in 1 over here, and maybe even fit a 4th one if we wanted to do rabbit farming. So I think what we'll do, we want to kind of put them a little bit away from the path as far as we reasonably can. Remember, this path is going to get, I think it's going to get 3 wide, so we kind of need to keep that in mind. So that this is going to be blocked, this is going to be blocked, this is going to be blocked. So we're going to do kind of a long and skinny farm, I think. So we'll kind of run this back here, and this is probably a bit too close, I'm thinking. So if we come down here, even that is honestly closer than I'm thinking. What does that even give us? That gives us a 3 wide farm. That actually might be perfect, I think. Because we can kind of do designs and things like that. We can even shift this path. It doesn't need to come quite so far over as well. We can even cut this mountain back and all that. So we can drag this over. We're going to throw down some more torches because I don't want to get blown up again. We can drag this over, and we probably want it to be an odd number going this way. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that looks like that might be good. And I actually think that this is probably just going to be one kind of animal. I mean, this is 11 by 3. It's 33 blocks of area. I think that's okay, I guess. There's always room to expand it, but you know, these don't have to be absolutely massive. And why, yes, dear viewer, I am going to run back to my house to sleep this time. So that takes care of one of our animals. And actually, now that I think about it, we could put chickens on this side. That would be more tenable. And then we could maybe give cows a little bit more breathing room on this side. Okay, so I filled the creeper hole a little bit more to give us some more space. I also took down a couple more trees, also to give us some more space. Now I think we can make the cow pen of our dreams. And I think we're going to want to start it as far back as we can this time. Maybe here? Let's try here. And then we'll go this way, and we'll go this way, and maybe we should do 5 deep for the cows. So 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do we just do 9 maybe? I think that probably might be all we want to do. And then it's going to come over like so. All right, we got a 5x9 pen over here, and that'll give us space for 45 blocks of area, which I think will be just fine for the cows. Turns out I went back into my chest and I did find a full stack of coarse dirt, which is good because we're gonna want coarse dirt in here. Since these aren't sheep, it doesn't have to be grass. In fact, I don't want it to be grass. I think it'd be okay to use grass, but I don't think it's really my first choice. We've got a lot of spruce wood, thankfully, from all those trees we chopped down. And like I said, what we don't have is a ton of stone. So I think we'll keep this fairly on the simple side, but certainly still kind of keeping in theme with the taiga. So we'll use spruce wood at the corners. And I think for the roof here, I'm almost leaning towards just doing a completely flat roof, just to really keep things super simple. I think 4 high, I wouldn't want to go any higher than that. That may even be too high for what I'm looking for here. So we'll put them at the 4 corners. Like so. And then because it's odd, that means that we can actually split this up and put one right there in the middle if we so choose. And we can have kind of 2 sides to this. Which... do I want to do that, or would I rather have it centered? I almost am leaning towards actually a centered thing. So maybe we actually do something like this, and then we do another pillar up here like this. And then we could do like 3 fences wide, or we could just do 3 gates wide, or we could do fence, gate, fence. Oops, I do not want to get rid of that. Not yet anyways. And then fence, 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 etc. Alright, we got plenty of fences now. So I think we can just simply carve this out. The back wall I may fill in, potentially. Or maybe we won't go too extravagant with that. So we could do that, and then we could use, I made a lot of fence gates for some reason. We could do that, which, I mean, it's fine, I guess. Or we could do fence, gate, fence. Which is probably less practical, but I think it might look better. So for now, we're going to keep it like that. There's the floor, which, like I said, not keen on leaving it grass. One of the things I would like to do is I would like to use some kind of stone around the outside to kind of give it a nice border feel. And frankly, I think andesite would be a good choice. I think not only would that tie in with our theming, but, I don't know, it's a nice looking block. I've used it multiple times in this series now. What do you think I'm going to say? Fortunately, we only have a whopping 8. Oh, wait, no, I actually have a few extra in here. Lovely. That is simply lovely. I think 44 might be enough just for now, just so we can kind of play around with this. One of those materials, though, I desperately need to also get is some bones and bone meal. I would love to be able to just start placing tall grass around here and really filling in these spots where we've built things. But first, naturally, it is back to bed. Let's go see what the Wandering Trader has. I don't know if he's left since the last episode. Sea pickles. Yeah, at some point I do need to get sea pickles. I really want to be able to use them and just slap them down in the water as an underwater light source. But I need coral because otherwise I can't farm them. Okay, so we got ourselves a nice border. I guess the next step we can go with is focusing on the floor because I'm still thinking about the roof. But the floor I think should be more or less straightforward. I think we can use both gravel and the coarse dirt, and we can kind of use them in a way so that way it kind of looks like it's more, I suppose it's more gravel towards the entrance, and then as you get further into the pen, it turns more into coarse dirt. Instead of just doing it completely random, like here, I can actually show you, I've got more gravel than I thought. So what we can do here is we can just kind of put the gravel in like this, and at the front, it's going to be a lot of gravel right here in the main entryway. And then it'll just be a kind of a few scattered. I mean, this is pretty small, so it's not a whole lot. Actually, that might even be enough as it is. And then if we grab our coarse dirt, we'll just fill it in like this. Yeah, it's not the best thing ever. Just, I think given the size, it's a little bit tricky to kind of mix this in and make it look natural. I suppose what we could do is we could throw down either some hay bales, or we could just throw some tall grass in there just for variation. But we'll come back to that, I guess, a little bit later. What I'm still trying to figure out, though, is what I want to do with this roof. I'm not honestly entirely sold on making it 4 tall. I feel like it's just weird. It's the same height as my house almost, and it's like, I don't know if that's right. So I think I might actually trim this back down, and then we'll see what we do from there. I'm not sure if we'll just do slabs and just keep it really, really simple, or if we do full-size blocks just for the sake of, like, I don't know, balance. Actually, that's part of the reason why I want to take this down a level, because to me, just if we did 4 high and then we only threw a layer of slabs on top, I don't know, something tells me that wouldn't really look right. So I went ahead and made a couple stacks of slabs, and we'll just go right ahead and really, really, really simply just fill in this whole area with slabs and see if we like it. See if it's kind of enough to satiate our appetites, or if maybe we could do something a little bit more fancy. All right, the moment of truth. Yeah, this doesn't look right. It doesn't look proportionate. I just feel like these panels that I keep calling these pillars should be holding up something more substantial than that. Oh, wait a minute. I wonder. You know what? Actually, maybe we could even like... Oh, no. Yeah, see, this is where I'm wondering if this was a mistake to lower this. Because I could do, like, upside-down stairs on these corners or something to really kind of give it an extra oomph of support or something. I suppose, though, one thing we could do to make it look a little bit nicer is we could do this kind of... I'm not even sure what this is called. I guess we'll just say extra layer. But see, then again, now it's like, it just looks too small. And then there's the downside as well. We can't hang lanterns and other stuff from here, so I don't really like that either. Okay, I've got one other idea that we can potentially try. I said I wasn't going to use these kinds of blocks, but I'm getting desperate here. Okay, it's time for the good old tried and true smooth stone slab. We're going to throw these around the edge and see if I care for them or not. And let's kind of even extend them out like that. Yeah, I don't know. There's too much contrast going on here now, I feel like. The spruce is just so dark. Yeah, that doesn't really look right either. It's kind of weird why something so simple just looks so odd. There's one other thing I can try, though. And this may actually be our answer. That looks so much better, actually, with this being stripped. I like this. I think this is going to be the way to go. So we'll strip this down on all of these pillars, which has no sound effect, by the way, which it should. And then the stone slabs don't look quite as out of place as they did before. I mean, are they even necessary at all? Maybe not, but they give it a little bit of extra flair. Then we have to just think about lighting, which I think for now, I guess we'll just have to rely on torches, but that's not ideal. Ah, which witch is which? The good witch, the bad witch, the dead witch, or the sandwich? There is sand over here. Do a quick check on these turtles over here. Doesn't look like anyone has laid any eggs. Although that one looks like... Oh, creeper. Oh, not again, man. Oh, this is annoying. Come on up here, mate. Come on. Don't do this to me. I wonder if I can lead him into the cacti. That would actually be really funny. Ugh, I knew this was going to happen. This is why I wanted to have multiple fences, because these guys absolutely cannot figure out how to get in at the same time. Okay, and here is what we've got figured out, at least for now. Got some of the cows moved over, even bred them a couple times. I did end up actually changing these fences out so they're all gates. That way if I need to transport them in and out, I don't have to struggle getting them through the single block wide hole. And then I did actually decide to add some of this tall grass in here, which admittedly it looks nice, but probably won't last that long, since if I'm killing animals, then, you know, I'm going to be swinging my sword and those things probably aren't going to last long. But hey, they look nice, at least for the moment. And we could probably do some other things as well, like, you know, put tall grass around the outside. That would help make it look a lot nicer. You know, some flowers and such things like that. But yeah, I think we're actually going to have to leave it off for here, unfortunately. This took a lot longer than I expected, but I'm definitely going to be finishing this up and finishing up the chicken side, which I'm pretty much going to make in a very similar style to this. I'm not 100% sold on this, but if I make changes, well, obviously you'll know about them. But I do want to thank you guys anyway for tuning in. Looking forward to, of course, continuing this series and doing more projects like this. So, as always, if you're interested, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to see more from me now, feel free to check out this episode here where I created this little courtyard here with this fountain. Anyways, guys, this is JoePico14 signing out. And remember, everybody, play Minecraft, eat bacon. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Cows. Cows everywhere!